HM332 278 Substitution into complex formulae. This is our formulae. Everywhere there's a B, we have to write a 2. An A, we have to write -1, and a C, a 2. I've got some invisible multiplication signs in here, here, and here. I can also put some invisible brackets around these, and that helps us later on. B is 2, so I write 2. A is -1, so I'm going to write that in bracket. C is 2. So I can write this as 4 subtract. Now I've got to do this carefully. 3 multiplied by -1 multiplied by 2. I could do the 3 and the 2 first, so it's 6 multiplied by -1. 4. And then I've got to do 6 multiplied by -1. 6 multiplied by -1 is -6. And then 4 subtract -6. So if we looked on a number line, we start at 4 and we are subtracting a negative number. So rather than going down the number line, this would be down here to 0, we actually, instead of subtracting would be to go down, but we're not subtracting a positive number, we're subtracting a negative number, and therefore we count up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which takes us to 10. Same again. Right, so this time I have a -2 and a -5. Because they're an even number of negatives, -2 multiplied by -5 actually equals positive, or there's another bracket missing, positive 10. So it's 3 multiplied by positive 10. 3 multiplied by positive 10 is 30. 10 subtract 30 is -20. Start at 10 on a number line and subtract 30. 10 takes us to 0, another jump of 10 takes us to -10, and then another jump takes us to -20. 3 jumps, 1, 2, 3, we're subtracting 30. Right, we've got to be careful with our brackets here. There are some brackets around here, there are multiplication signs here, and there are brackets here. This one doesn't have any negative numbers in it, which is useful, so we're going to put the 3, I'm going to put it in brackets for now because we might have some negatives later on. A is 1, C is 2, 3 squared is 9, 2 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 2 is 4, 9 subtract 4 is 5. So this time, instead of the B, I'm putting in -4. Subtract 2 multiplied by A, which is -4, multiplied by C, which is yet another negative number, -5. So -4 squared. -4 multiplied by -4 equals positive 16. This is what -4 squared means. It's not -16 because we've got a negative. The negative is inside the brackets, and therefore there are 2 negatives. There are an even number of negatives, and therefore this is a positive number. So that's a subtract sign. -4 multiplied by -5. Again, 2 negative numbers, therefore this is positive. 2 multiplied by 20. 2 multiplied by 20 is 40, and then if you want to look at a number line, we start at 16 and we count down 40, We can do it in 10. Well, this takes us down to 16 here. And then how much have we got left over? If we take 40 and we subtract 16, this gives us 4 and 2. So then the next step will be negative 24. And the final one, this is horrid, isn't it? Right. K equals. So what have we got? We've got some visible multiplications in here. We've got some brackets around these. And we've got, and I'm going to put that in brackets as well. So let's write it all out. 6 multiplied by 3 multiplied by negative 2 multiplied by negative 1. 1 plus 3 squared subtract negative, this is a 2 squared plus negative 1 squared subtract 5 multiplied by negative 2, all in brackets. Wow. Right, we're going to tackle the top first. The numerator. 6 multiplied by 3, which we could write as 18, multiplied by negative 2 multiplied by negative 1 is 2. So 18 multiplied by 2. I'm going to put the numerator in a minute, denominator in a minute. 18 multiplied by 2 is 36, and then we can square root the 36. Denominator now, we've got 1 plus 3 squared, which is 9, subtract negative 2 squared, which is 4, add negative 1 squared, which is 1, subtract 5 multiplied by negative 2, which is negative 10. If you don't know your negative numbers, it's a really good idea. If you're not fluent with them, it's a good idea to practice them. 1 plus 9 is 10, subtract 4 is 6, plus 1 is 7, so let's put 7, subtract negative 10. If we are subtracting a negative number, we are adding, so this is square root of 36 divided by 7, add 10 is 17. What's the square root of 36? Square root of 36 is 6 over 17.